I jumped in. I'm the type of person to jump in something and try it. And so after we had everything implemented and we were live with client sites, I started using it for every single opportunity. It was a goal that I had in my head that I could use it for every opportunity that I had. Main reasons that I used it so heavily is because of that buildability and scalability. So with a client, we have our first meeting and I would build them a site. And it would be so simple. I'm talking one tab at the top, a few resources, just based on what conversations we had. And as we grew through that sales process, I would build more and more into the site. We'd talk about maybe a timeline or something dealing with pricing. We would build on and on and on. And as the complexity of the sale and the relationship grew with that client, the complexity of the site was also growing, but also so was my use of it as well as their use of it. And so we could build and learn and grow together. So that was one of the main core reasons of why I jumped right in. And it was easy to jump right in and start using it because there's such a buildability and a scalability, both with size of our clients, but also in use through the sales process. So that would be one. The other piece would be summaries. And so as you're using in these client sites, you're building out these resources. There's a need not only for us in the communication on a one-to-one with our prospect, but also remember our clients are taking the sites and they're sharing it internally as well. So there's a need to be able to skim the site or to know which resources within the site are really for them or for maybe a new team of people or a new department of people. And so I summarized every resource that I could within the client site. There's an AI component that's really, really nice, thank goodness. So I didn't have to write every single summary, but that made it very usable for our clients when they would take it maybe to a different department to be able to actually see what they were looking at and maybe decide that they don't need that resource or they don't need to look at that document. And so the use of summaries was really, really nice for me because it not only really succinct the information in the client side, but it made it more usable. The third reason that I was easy to jump in and really utilize it for every client was the insights. And so that insight tab that's in every single client site was live and adaptable and dynamic. It wasn't something that stayed stagnant. It wasn't something that I built and had these ideas of this is what our clients need. We could talk about what their needs were. I could see if something was being heavily utilized or not heavily utilized. To be honest, I would even pop them up into a meeting and I would open up our client site and we talk about the resources and documents that they would need in there. And so I could take things out or put things back in or add more information into it. So it made it this thing that was a ownership between me and our clients. And it just created this consistency, not only across my clients and my region, but a consistency across, I'm sure, all of our clients of how we communicated, how we talked to one another, and how we utilize the information.